PNG. Me say plenty people are watching Jack and Rose Titanic penny, so I'm just trying to say something here. Listen. If I think it's like part of the movie where ship go bomb him like iceberg and then crack come up inside or hull or whole the ship, however you pronounce that word, HULL. Now what I start to come inside and only a few people saw it and they were trying to take cover, like what I come the ankle mark number or just under their feet. But all man no BC, they drank away, they danced, waltzed, they had all this fun. And by the time they realized that there was actually that much water in the ship and they needed to find, a safe place or rescue themselves, it was too late and the ship sank and Rose was the only person that survived. Even Jack sacrificed himself as well. So, what is happening? Why am I telling you this story? That's because that is exactly what PNG is going through right now. Most of us are gearing up for our 50th Jubilee Independence Anniversary celebrations. The government has committed a massive 50 plus million kina by celebrating this event. But on the other hand, plenty looks away and Papua New Guinea is about to get grey listed possibly by the end of this year or early next year around February by the FATF. So by the time the FATF grey lists us, na plenty blimi bakshim shock was hey, rice bag am 110 kg and 100 kina now, and life is becoming very hard. It's even hard to do banking or receiving money from overseas family number or remittances or anything to do with investors or something and go hard na tight. And the very people who are going to suffer the most are the poor average citizens. So by the time in Pilim Islam, by me start lo strike name like, hey government, me plan lo protest, guys, we need to do something. But by that time, I'm late, by me angry. Iba tingin our man float antalo this lily called ship or wreck debris number lo Jack and Rose film. Apa timba pundaon na or container one and fight lo kalapantalen. That's exactly what is happening right now. The me all fight lo kai in a fight lo lilik something plant still come up lo gara people look police lo kill him mangi style. That is exactly what is happening. The ship is falling apart and we are fighting for the scraps just to stay afloat. So what is the FATF? The FATF stands for Financial Action Task Force, whose members comprise of big economies like the US, India, UK, Australia, Japan, etc. All right? And the FATF Grey List is officially called the jurisdictions under increased monitoring that flags countries with strategic weaknesses to combat things like money laundering, terrorist financing, and proliferation financing. What is that in layman's terms? So FATF is also one watchdog. EMSA study how all country create him, na implement him or AML na CTF laws blah. AML stands for anti-money laundering and CTF stands for counter-terrorism financing. So this laws here, money laundering, I think laundering, and the word laundry means you miss a washing clothes here, laundry. So why you miss a washing clothes? Because clothes am dirty. Now you make it now. You put the omo na bleach na. I know something. You miss squeeze him na then or you spin him the washing machine na. And come outside and dry and clean clothes you wearing. Same thing happens with money, but they don't like literally wash dirty money. Dirty money metaphorically means like all manual or dubious means corrupt ways. Our kisim diverting all funds, blow taxpayers, call some like an offshore accounts, but then all the funnel come go inside can business blow let. That's me right now bakery, but me still want like 1 million. Then by me funnel him so 1 million come inside lo. Bakery blow me or some money when we make it lo bakery, then I come out of some profit. And then me kind of say laundering this money. So I come out and clean money, you think. So that is basically what money laundering is. And yes, so FATF so look our country all monitoring this la all money laundering terrorist financing, proliferation financing or loss blow I will implement him or prosecute him all man go calabus or recover him all assets na forfeit him all or return him all rightful owners or kind of same. The time our country fail to work in this kind also put him on those like grey list warning here because there's sign of imminent and rampant corruption. I'm clear. So once all given the warning on some we could be on the grey list, they'll put you on an observation period of 12 months. It's like country we all like grey list man. So in that 12-month grace period, you have to prove and redeem yourself. And that means like everyone has to do their homework now. From the police to the ICAC to the government to the judiciary, to the customs, all that man banks want them, must make your homework blow to fix the status quo of the country. So after the 12 months grace period, PNG must provide proof of progress and improvement in the concerned areas that the FATF is looking at. And if we don't provide any hardcore evidence that we are actually improving and the economy looks much better than it was like 12 months back, we are definitely going to be on that gray list. And people are predicting that it would definitely come as early as this December 2025 or February next year, 2026. So what happens if PNG gets grey listed? Well, we'll have to work our asses off intensively under increased monitoring and provide regular updates. So every little thing you work in on a monthly basis or 6 months, every time you need to give updates, call online and talk. We're on our progress to improve, and we want to redeem ourselves as much as possible to match up with the criteria of the FATF to get off that list, hopefully. So that is what's going to happen. PNG was grey listed in 2014 for poor AML and CTF laws and also weak institutional capacity. So at that time, we had to make some reforms, and these are the reforms that the government back then did. It was probably under Peter Owen. They created the National Coordination Committee, the FASU, Financial Investigation Unit, and the Sanctions Secretariat. And they also enacted 5 AML and CTF laws. So that's basically the 4 things that they accomplished at that time. And when they did all of those things, the FATF wiped us off the grey list, and we were released in 2016 until now. Now you might be asking, what's the difference between the 2014 and the 2026 possible grey listing? Well, in 2014, we didn't have those reforms that I just mentioned. And the criteria of the FATF was basically to get those reforms done and they'll let us go off the grey list. But now they want to see that we actually lived up to the laws that we created and we actually enforced them. They want to see the effectiveness of those laws. Look at me making some like paperwork. They want to see action. So if PNG gets grey listed anytime soon, here's what you should expect. Our trade will be the first thing to be affected. There's risk of EU restrictions on our fish exports. Second thing is banking. Banking costs would go up and it will be harder to do remittances or basically receive money from overseas, or even illegal place line la megim banking number embahad or bastopim or bakatim over, probably the fees will go really up. And then we'll have the cost of businesses would go up as businesses struggle to access global finance. So that means more inflation for us now. And then the last thing will be the reputation of PNG will be ruined. So other countries and our foreign aid partners, they'll see PNG as a high-risk area for financial crimes. So they'll pull out and probably leave us. So these are the things that would happen as a direct result of being grey listed by the FATF. So there you have it. The grey list is not just a technical term. It affects all of us, from banking to trade to business to literally everyday life, because inflation will be a direct byproduct of the costs going up in banking and business. So you see, on the bright side, it is a wake-up call for all of us, the government, all its stakeholders, and us, the ordinary citizens, to clean up corruption at every level. Number 2, strengthen our institutions and build a strong and transparent economy. Now, if you've watched this video this far, please leave a like, as it helps the YouTube algorithm push this video to other like-minded Papua New Guineans so they can also be informed of what is happening in our country. And drop your comments down below what you think about this whole grey list situation, and if it happens, what are you going to do to survive? And yes, do subscribe for more compelling content like this. With that, like him and peace out.